If you have a chronic condition that limits your quality of life, such as fibromyalgia, Parkinson's disease, cerebral palsy, or multiple sclerosis like I do, and want to overcome your limitations, listen to what I'm about to tell you. My name is David Lyons, and for those of you who don't know me, MS had pulled the rug out from under my life, just like your chronic condition did to you. When I was diagnosed, I was a healthy athlete, I was a fighter, I was a bodybuilder. I never had anything wrong with me until I had my first MS attack. This attack put me in the hospital for 5 days, and the doctors are telling me that my bodybuilding days are over and that I'm going to shortly be in a wheelchair. Well, I didn't want to accept that, but I wasn't sure exactly how to overcome this prognosis. So what I did was I went back into the gym. I started to bodybuild again. I ended up competing in a bodybuilding competition at 50 years old. But I did find this, that bodybuilding was not the answer, because my MS was not getting any better. In fact, it was getting worse. I had more trouble lifting my leg. My drop foot was terrible. I couldn't squeeze my fingers. It was a nightmare. I realized what I had to do was take the 25 years of fitness experience that I had as a trainer educator, and as a gym owner at that time, and apply it to exercise. And what did I learn? I learned that there were things that our body needs to accomplish for us to overcome our chronic condition limitations. Now, there were no studies on people with limiting conditions and strength training, so I couldn't go into those to find answers. But I did find answers in studies on athletes, and I dove into how our brain works, how our nervous system works, how our muscles work. If we put all that together, how do we overcome our limitations and regain our quality of life? I found that there were 3 things that are extremely important. 1 is muscle fiber activation. 2 was brain to muscle reconnection. So we have to reconnect what was lost by using our brain to control those muscles that we want to move. And 3, I also learned about neuroplasticity and how difficult that is to stimulate, but is possible. I learned how to put all these things together and created training methods that enabled me to overcome my MS limitations. I was able to run on a treadmill. I was able to squat again. I had no more drop foot. I could squeeze my hand on my left side the same way that I could on my good side. So I was learning how to reuse my muscles. Now, what I did was I started to apply this to other people with MS, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's disease, cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, and even ALS. I went around the country doing this, working one-on-one with a lot of people. I found that those people also were overcoming their limitations using the same training methods that I used on myself. So there was an answer here, and it did not matter whether you were in a wheelchair, whether you were able to walk, or whether you couldn't, or what those limitations were. It worked for everybody. So here I am now, guys, after many years, over 10, working with people with many different chronic conditions, not only in the United States, but all over the world, and helping them to overcome their limitations. And I created the training methods we now call the OptimalBody training program. The program works, and it will work for you the same way that it works for me and the thousands of others who have followed it. But you have to work at this. This is not lying on the floor doing hip bridges, toe lifts, or just doing functional exercises. This is strength training with specific training methods that are going to help you overcome your limitations. So the OptimalBody training program is a very comprehensive program to help you to be able to overcome your condition. Now, we're not claiming this as a cure, because there are no cures. But one thing that is certain is that everyone who follows this program gets great results, gets stronger, gets more mobile, and finds that the OptimalBody system works for them. So come on, guys, join me. Be part of the OptimalBody program. Be part of the thousands of people that have enrolled and are getting great and amazing results. Their testimonials are there. We are overcoming our limitations by using proper training methods to get our body to create those 3 very important processes that are going to help us to get to the goals that we want and to show our bodies that we are in control. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. We have hundreds upon hundreds of testimonials from satisfied members using OptimalBody. All right, so what do you have to do next? Click the button, enroll as an OptimalBody member, and get the discount that I'm offering you right now, because there's no other place for you to go to get the results that you need in overcoming your limitations, no matter what chronic condition you face.